Hello, good morning everyone. Here we are today in our One Stop Talent studio with Jen Ash, the famous singer from Los Angeles. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, I'm great.
Okay, very good. I'm glad to have you here. So, this has been a great journey since we started collaborating with you for a while, and I know we had some challenges, but today we are here and talking to you about your journey to music.
Yeah.
So tell us about you and when did you start this?
So I used to play basketball in France for 14 years, and then one day I decided to stop everything and I moved to Los Angeles from France. I started music later when I got fired from my job and realized what I wanted to do with my life.
Yeah.
I always loved music, but I didn't know I could do it. So I sat down with myself and said, okay, this is what you want to do, what do you like, what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do music. And then suddenly the universe get to a point where someone is like, yeah, we can do music together. So I had someone that helped me write and start the first song.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned along the way how to do it on my own. So it took a minute for me to get into the music industry and get to a point where I actually like what I do.
Yeah. And how long ago was it that?
2018, 19, and
Okay,
18,
that's when
19.
you started, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I see now you're performing in some venues in LA.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about that. How you like it?
Performing, I think, is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Like you write your song and then you share it with people and you see how people react to it. It's like the most magical moment ever. But it's also like terrifying. Because there's no going back or like in the movie where you take two. There's no take two. It's just it's there and then it's live. It's challenging too because you have to organize with the band and the venue, and there's so many behind the scene problems and issues and scheduling that you have to deal with. But at the end of the day, it's rewarding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about your first performance. And when was that? And were you nervous? Or?
So my first performance was 2019 at the Whiskey A Go Go. So it's the famous venue in LA.
Yeah.
And the venue. So the stage is downstairs and the green room is upstairs. So we prep, we rehearse, we get to the whiskey, the band is ready, the room is full of people, and I'm upstairs and I'm like, I don't want to go. I just want to go home. And I remember the girlfriend of my bass player was like, you can't go home. I was like, no, I want to go home. I was terrified.
Wow.
But I had backup vocalist in case of emergency. I was so scared to forget the lyrics. And I just jumped into it because there's no going back when everybody's there to see you. Anyway, yeah, it was scary, and I didn't want to do it again. And here I am.
Well, you have been doing it great.
Yeah.
No, it's always the first time is always the most difficult one. Do you? Now we're talking about the starting point. Who are the biggest musical influencer in your life?
So growing up in France, I had a lot of Celine Dion.
Yeah,
well, she was
obviously,
huge. She's so she's a powerhouse as a woman, and I also had French Caribbean sound, Afrobeat, dancehall. So it's kind of a mix of big vocals and Caribbean sound. So now I'm getting to a point in my music where I'm blending everything. And back in the days I was doing a little more R&B and ballads because people were like, okay, you have the voice for it, so just do that. And I didn't know better. But now I'm bringing a little bit of Celine Dion to the Afro world. So yeah, she was one of the biggest influences.
And you sing in French too, right? Because I listened to your French singing.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to mix both, but when I write, sometimes it's just come in English, sometimes it comes in French, sometimes I'm trying to make things rhyme, so the French word rhymes better with the English word, so I mix both. I was like, why not? There's no rules, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, yeah, it's all art. And I'm so excited that you also write your music, right? Have you written all of your music, or you
So not at the beginning.
Okay, I understand.
At the beginning, I'm more about the lyrics and the melodies. But at the beginning, someone wrote for me.
Yeah.
Because my English wasn't great, and I wasn't confident about the writing process. And then one day, it's always when you have a breakup that you write something, and it wasn't like great, but it wasn't bad either. So I tried to like write more and more, and the more I write, the better I get.
Yeah.
And then my English is getting better after 9 years
Obviously.
being in LA, obviously. But yeah, and then now I find the beauty of it. I was like, this is so powerful, so I can tell my stories and share with people. And when you play live, every word people relate. When people cry is like the most beautiful thing. You like, oh my God, they're crying about like my lyrics and what I said. So I think writing is one of the most beautiful things, because some people don't write their music, which is sad.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they just
Obviously.
get music from other writer, and but it's just not the same, because it's not your story.
Right. This story is important.
Yeah,
in all
because it
music.
comes from your experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, tell us about your training. Have you done any formal training, or was it like you develop your voice over the time, or how did you get where you are now?
So I didn't have training. So when you look at my first video singing, I look at it today and I'm like, oh my God, it's horrible. And then when you get to the live performance, you have no choice, because your voice needs to be healthy, and you have to reach those notes, and there's no like auto-tune at the studio. So I got with the vocal training, with my vocal coach Jamil. So now I've been with him for like probably like 2021, 2022. So a couple years now.
Yeah,
And I see
okay.
like the change in my voice and everything. But it's necessary. People that say you don't need training, it's not true. You need training.
Yeah.
You need training. 100%.
Great. Well, during these past 5-6 years, is there any moment that was like your proudest moment that you want to share with us? That you had something that you said, okay, well, I'm doing great, and this is...
Yeah. So music is so hard because the industry is difficult. And then one day I played at the Mint, and I do the show, and then people were so like responding to my music, and I was like 90% sure I wanted to do music, but you always have this little doubt where you're like, okay, maybe I should do something else, or maybe like... And then because they gave me so much love, I was like, this is what I want to do, 250%, no doubt, and nobody's gonna stop me. So that was the day where I'm like, okay, this is for me. It's like, it's what I'm here for and my purpose, because I think as human being, we're trying to find what we're here for and how we can help the world be a better place.
Exactly.
And I was like, this is how I'm gonna try.
That's
my best.
exciting. I really like it. And what about any challenges? What do you see? What do you think? Have you seen? What kind of challenges have you had in the industry? In general?
Coming from another country, sometimes people think you're stupid. They're like, you don't know America, you don't know anything.
Especially coming to LA, I know there's so many people with different manners.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not stupid. I speak different languages. You cannot screw me over. But when you just started, and I was like in my 20s, so I didn't have the confidence I have today to say, no, I'm not doing this. So listening to people and telling you have to do this and you have to do that, and this is your box and your niche, when you actually don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So that was the most challenging. When I was doing ballads, I was like, I want to stop doing music because I'm not enjoying it. And one day I sat with my friend and she's like, well, you haven't done music in a while. Why? And I was coming back from Afro Nation, which is the big music festival for Afro music. And I'm like, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. And she's like, but what do you want to do? I was like, I want to do Afro beats and Afro music. She said, then do it. So the most challenging aspect for me was to actually own my influences, who I am as a person, where I grew up. That was the most challenging. And saying no to people when I'm like, this is not what I want to do. Yeah.
Obviously, no, you're a smart girl. Obviously, you got your way up here.
Yeah.
So, where do you see your music going in the next 1 to 3 years?
So my goal is to get signed by a label. I try to do the independent artist way. It's too much for one person. It's too much on me. So I've learned from it. I learned to do everything, and now I know which aspect is what. And then when people talk to me about marketing and then venues and then locations, I know what I'm talking about. But it's too much. So the goal is to get signed and have a team to like lift the weight out of me, because it's heavy. And then the goal is to book stadiums. So doing it independently is kind of like impossible. So
You mean studio like performance venue you're talking about?
yes, performance venue. I don't want to do small venues anymore.
Yeah.
I want to.
Actually, I was going to ask you, what's your dream venue? Where do you want to be?
So my goal is going back to France to book the Stade de France, which is the big venue.
Yeah.
So I haven't been back home for a long time, and I don't want to go back home until I book the Stade de France. You know, so in my head it's like very competitive. It's like I'm not going home until I reach the point of my career where I'm like, okay.
Is it in Paris or is it in a different city?
It's close to Paris, so I think it's you have to take the metro, but it's like it's
of course,
suburb.
Around the city.
But yeah, the Stade de France will be like a big win for me.
How about any festivals? Like, is that like a festival also, or no?
It's not a festival. No, it's like a stadium venue. Festival. Okay, so because we're in LA, everybody's like, let's go to Coachella. And I tell people, I was like, I'm not going. Yes, I was like, I'm not going to Coachella until I perform Coachella. I'm not going as.
As a visitor.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
So,
I refuse to go to
okay.
Coachella unless I'm performing Coachella. So I would say Coachella would be like a good.
That's good start. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hear you. So tell us about if you get to get a chance to collaborate with another artist.
Ooh.
Who would that be?
I am obsessed with Burna Boy. He's an artist from Nigeria, and then I saw him in Afro Nation, and I think that will be like amazing to collaborate with him.
Yeah,
I was at Afro Nation with my friend from London, and he was performing, and they all like been dancing, and I was just staring like this. I was like, they're like, Jen, you don't dance? I was like, I'm enjoying, and his like presence and his aura was amazing. So I was just like staring at him this whole time.
You see, he's French too, right? Because I guess Nigerian, they do.
Some African countries speak French, but I don't think Nigeria is one of them.
Okay,
yeah.
I wasn't sure because
Senegal,
north of Africa usually
speak
they
French.
speak French. Yeah. Okay, well that's cool. I mean that's good to hear. Yeah. So where are the you have some albums online, right?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you tell everyone? Where
so
are they so they can find it?
Yeah, find it on Spotify, Apple Music. Just tap Jen Ash. I'm everywhere. YouTube.
Jen Ash, Spotify, okay.
Apple Music.
Everyone, YouTube, Apple Music, right?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Jen Ash. Yeah.
You're all over.
All over the platform.
So any upcoming release or performance that you want to share with us?
So we're planning a music video. My song called Hell. I'm trying to be a little more opinionated when it comes to my music now, and talks about real subjects. So my next era is more about like, okay, religion and women in society. Like I said, I want to make the world a better place. So it talks about important things, not talks about like breakups and stuff like that. So I'm getting older. That's
everybody is doing that, huh?
Everybody's doing that.
Yeah. Well, one of the thing about make the world better is drug is a very bad thing these days. I mean, it's getting worse, especially nights in the news.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about singing anything about anti-drug?
I should be. I've never got into any of the substance because I was playing basketball. I think the sport saved me from not consuming anything or not having like even like the idea to try. But yeah, drugs is a big one. Right now, I'm talking about religion and mixed race relationship
Yes,
and
uh-huh.
like what your parents think of it, what the world think of it. Talk about like about forced marriage. So maybe drugs will be like the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually it's a,
Yeah.
like a very latest development of in America,
Yeah.
especially. So, have you written anything about any of these that you said?
Yes. So I wrote the next song is called Hell. Talks about how
Kohel?
hell.
Hell. Oh, just hell. Okay.
Just hell. Just hell. Because I grew up in a Catholic church school where they just judge you so much when you want to do something. And I was like, this is not wrong. I'm not against religion. I'm against how people use it against you to just control you. So I remember I had a teacher, Sister Bernadette, telling me like, if you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell, and then or you go to heaven, right? This whole like game about it. So I was like, you know what? I'll go to hell. I don't care.
Okay.
You know, you want to judge me? I'll go to hell. So the song is about like judgment of like those big religious institution when you don't follow their way of thinking. And then I have another one about like forced marriage and abuse in the woman marriage. You know, I was
Are you talking
running-
about arranged marriage or because
Arranged-
forced marriage? Well, it could be.
yeah,
like,
arranged, but
kinda.
like you know, like
But it could be forced.
I'm
or
Lebanese,
something.
so back in the days, it was what was happening, and a lot of countries still do that, you know.
You're right.
And
You're
it's
right.
it's just why are we still doing it? You know, like we come to a place in life where, as a society, we evolved, but like some countries don't
Yeah.
implement the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
And back in the day, it was like, okay, I give you my daughter, and then you give me some land. And I'm like, what kind of arrangement is this? And people are like, marriage is great. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's based on a business transaction. And I feel like sometimes people forget about it.
Which, that should not be.
No.
You know, of course.
But it still happens in some countries.
Right. Yeah, I know. It does happen still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadly.
Well, lastly, you know, we have this magazine, which
Yes.
we want at some point we put you as a feature
cool.
in the magazine and talk about.
Love it.
You might have a one page about you and some of this stuff that we talked about it here today. It's called Venus Luxury, and it's right now we are having our spring and summer issue, and we are working on our. This is out already. It's printed out and it have gone to more than about 1,000 yacht, luxury places,
Yeah.
yacht club, golf clubs, hotels, and nice, with other venues. The next one is for the fall and winter.
It's beautiful.
Again, yeah.
I love it. Love the name too. Venus.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Well, I think that's conclude our interview today. Thank you so much, Jen, for coming.
Thank
it
you
was
for
a
having me.
pleasure. Yeah, we hope to see you soon.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.